This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, top of the morning. You know what time it is. It's time for the best 30-minute morning show on the internet. You're joined by the TUC twins. I'm Raheem Architect Soto. That dude over there is my twin brother, Duali. Good morning, sir. Top of the morning, sir.
Top of the morning, bro.
What's happening? What goes on, good sir?
Mugshot real quick. Got our little TUC mug that you can get one of. You can get that exclusive top of the morning mug by going to tuconservative.com, ladies and gentlemen. That is the website to help us keep doing what we do, which is to spread conservative policy ideas and principles into urban communities. Bro. Debate last night.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into this. I gotta tell y'all in the backdrop, I don't know how many of y'all have seen Bootgate going on with DeSantis here. I don't know if Bootgate is a thing. I don't even know if y'all even have heard of this, but I personally couldn't I couldn't bring myself to watch him talk without thinking about his boots. Now I know that's sound crazy, but for those of y'all excuse me for hitting the mic. For those of you who are not up to speed, there's been some debate. There's been some debate about Bro Boots. Yeah, Bro Boots is questionable because I don't even know how you
say Bro's boots are suspect. Once you start with Bro's boots are suspect.
Yeah, this is the claim, though. This is the claim.
Interesting boots he's been awkwardly strutting around in. The internet.
Come on, y'all. He said awkwardly strutting around in. Who writes this?
I refuse. Yo, are you? I really think I don't believe this, bro. Just play.
Yo, why is the host? Why is the guy killing him like that? He said awkwardly strutting around. This guy.
His positions, but I mean, interesting boots he's been awkwardly strutting around in.
Yo, shots fired. Okay, but I'm only setting this up before we talk about the debate because we watched this before. And at first, what did you say when you saw him walk across the stage?
Internet has become obsessed.
I was like, it didn't look weird to me.
And all right.
At first glance, the walk looked like a guy, like a stiff guy walking across the stage to me. That's what it looked like on first glance.
Strutting around in. The internet has become obsessed with these mystery boots and the theory they might contain lifts in the heel to make Ron look taller. Shoe experts have weighed in on the weirdly long sideshow.
Okay, here's what we're dealing with.
He said the weirdly long sideshow Bob.
Yo, son. Nah,
who put that on the teleprompter, bro?
Yo, his lower half is dumb long. No, now that I'm looking at it, bro. From his knee to the bottom of his foot is super long, bro.
That is long, really wow.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention. That's not even like, yo, you've got the longest what bonus. Yo, some bottom half is like a third of his torso right now. What's going on here?
Wow. How tall would that make him?
I don't know.
show Bob style toe bob.
Yo, come on, son.
Situation.
Toe
That
bob?
maybe is because there aren't any toes in there. Maybe because the foot is back up on a stilt in the back, like stiletto high heels inside his manly man cowboy boot.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, people got
There's
too much time on their hands, bro. People got too much time on their hands. All right, so I'm only setting this up. So while we're watching this rendition of the debate, this quick review, two people could potentially have on high heels.
Play boots. It's all speculation, of course. Not the type of thing anyone.
Yo, look at that walk.
On.
Nah, bro. Look at them shoes flopping around on the bottom. I can't take it.
Yikes.
I can't take it.
It's all speculation, of course. Not the type of thing anyone is.
Nah, that's not it. All right, so so let's dive into a 3-minute version really quick. This is the Washington Post version. So how far left is the Washington Post at this point? Would we consider the Washington Post middle left or far left? How far left is the Washington Post at this point?
That's a good question. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. I mean,
sure. I mean, but let's see what
sides has them up there. They lean left, and I think that's a fair assessment. Washington Post is not hard left, but they do lean left of center.
Okay, so let's see the left of center version of the debate in 3 minutes.
Donald Trump's a lot different guy than he was in 2016. He owes it to you to be on this stage and explain why he should get another chance. And he said Republicans were going to get tired of winning. Well, we saw last night, I'm sick of Republicans losing.
Well, I can talk about President Trump. I can tell you that I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president now.
And I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer in the Republican.
Here we go. We're coming in hot, Washington Post.
Establishment.
We need a president and a candidate who will actually.
Oh, damn. Come on, damn. Come on.
Get some water. Can we get some water?
Damn. Bro, come on.
Top of the morning to G-Town in the building. Top of the morning to Rocky Mount, yo. Yo.
Timothy.
Republican establishment.
We need a president and a candidate who will actually help our.
Every time it hurts. Come on.
Our base solidify and attract independent voters in.
You know, the cadence, the political cadence just rubs me the effing wrong way. Ali, do y'all understand what I'm saying about political cadence? How do I explain that to someone? What I mean by that? Go
ahead.
Did I get booted?
No, you didn't get booted. You're here.
I can't do it. Just give me your version of it.
Because we need to be together, and if you and I together work towards that initiative, then we.
Yeah, that I can't do that. Can you? I need you to talk like you talk all the time. Right?
Right, because it's like it and especially with the here's the one thing I'll give Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm gonna give him this. I think he's like that all the time, bro. I think he's 100% like that all the time.
Maybe not.
Maybe I don't know him. I don't know the guy, but he gives me the vibe of if you keep the air if you have an ongoing demand that whatever room you walk into is 60 degrees, bro. Maybe you're like that all the time.
Sure. All right. Let's see.
Into our party. And I'll say this about Donald Trump. Anybody who's going to be spending the next year and a half of their life focusing on keeping themselves out of jail and courtrooms cannot lead this party or this country. Right, and it needs to be said plainly.
What would you do? What would you be urging Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to do?
The first thing I said to him when it happened was I said, finish them. Finish.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys, yeah, I don't know if you can see the look in her eyes when she said that. She is transmitting, I am serious about this.
She
look,
is sending.
Look.
She's not playing, bro.
Yeah, looks could kill.
Them. Finish them. And the reason is I worked on this
She
every
blunked,
day
but
when
she
I was at
didn't
the
blink.
United Nations. And we have to remember that they have to, 1, eliminate Hamas, 2, support Israel with whatever they need whenever they need it, and 3, make sure we bring our hostages home.
I would be telling Bibi, finish the job once and for all with these butchers, Hamas.
I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border, and then I'll tell him as President of the United States, I'll be smoking the terrorists on our southern border.
Whoa.
With these butchers, Hamas.
I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border.
Okay.
He couldn't wait.
Let's unpack this.
He could not wait, sir.
We have to unpack this.
He couldn't wait to drop that line. That one was in the wings all day. I can't wait to drop that smoke 'em on my southern border line. I can't wait for that one. That was in the mag, in the chamber, fully loaded all day long, bro. That wow. Go ahead, unpack it. I don't know how you unpack that, but okay, unpack it.
All right, let's get this straight. I know at least personally, at a minimum, 39 to 56 people under 5'7" that would kick his behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know about smoking people, man. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Does he have any military service? Does he do Krav Maga or something? Like, what is going on here, bro? He seems like a Krav Maga guy. That's what he seems like. Seems like a Krav Maga guy. Like,
okay. So now, when you say smoke the terrorist on our southern border, what do you mean? Like,
and then
what
I'll tell him
does
as
that
President of the United
actually
States, I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border. And then I'll tell him as
what
President
in
of the United States.
What in the rich, evil villain arc of the story face? I didn't get. He seems like the guy that's gonna go evil nuclear when he doesn't win. This is like his villain arc, and I was denied the presidency, so now I will become Freezor. The world's make everyone's room 60 degrees. my nod. I don't know, bro. This guy, I don't like his temperament. His temperament is very odd to me. Very, very odd temperament.
I think that's a very fair way to put that, bro.
Very odd temperament.
Very fair way to put that.
You know, yeah, either you have strength or you don't, right? The pseudo attempt of conveying strength is what's rubbing me the wrong way. You know, it's like this pseudo. That question garners. Now I must put on tough face, look into the camera, and give tough, emanate strong. This is what I think is going on inside of every cell of their being at the moment. They're like, and now so
you're saying somewhere on a strength. Somewhere on a piece, somewhere on one of their notes, it's like, and the left shoulder and chin down and forward. We will stop the terrorists. Like,
right. As opposed to, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I think the tone so far, and you know, fair play to the Washington Post so far. Not a bad video. All right, here we go.
Butchers, Hamas. I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border.
Yo, bro. Oh,
and then I'll tell him as President of the United States, I'll be smoking the terrorists.
You'll be smoking the terrorists, bro? That's what you're gonna be doing.
On our southern border.
My God.
Not only do you have the responsibility and the right to wipe Hamas off of the map, we will support you. We will be there with you. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder. There will be no daylight. The fact is that Israel and their intelligence community failed. They failed here, and they failed the people of the state of Israel. And so we need to work closely and better together to make sure one, that they're degraded, and two, that we know everything that's
Yeah,
going on.
but closely and better together are like the same thing. Like, you know, they're kind of the same thing. But all right, maybe it's just the writer. I mean, you didn't have to say it, but all right.
On inside Gaza Strip when it's going on, so that something like this can't happen to kill 1,400 individuals.
Well, he is a big guy. I didn't realize how big Chris Christie was until just now.
I'm done. Comment of the morning so far. I'm done.
Yeah.
Crispy is
It was
done.
my home state of Ohio. I'm upset about this yesterday that passed a constitutional amendment that now effectively codifies a right to abortion. All constitution. It was my home state.
Like this can't happen to kill 1,400 individuals again.
It was my home state of Ohio. I'm upset about this yesterday that passed a constitutional amendment that now effectively codifies a right to abortion all the way up to the time of birth without parental consent. Why? It's back to that Republican culture of losing.
This is an issue that should be decided.
Wait.
Consent. Why? It codifies a right to abortion. Passed a constitutional amendment.
Okay, so you know what? I don't know who does political strategy for these people, right? I don't know who does that, but that response is not a good response. It's not a good response. Let me tell you why it's not a good response. Two reasons. And I'll start with the personal reason why this is a terrible response for him. Because now that opens up for someone, and maybe this isn't for that, you know, the day-to-day, you know, on the surface political person, but as somebody who's actively engaged and cares about these kind of things, his statement raises a question. So that tells me you, sir, haven't been doing anything. Because you have been part of that culture in your state. So how effective have you been in your own state?
I got a question. How much Ramaswamy money went into the pro-life marketing and advertising and promotion of pro-life groups and lobbying? How
Great
much
question.
of your own bread went into that?
Well,
I'm just curious.
Let's ask. Let's ask the question. Hold on. How much has Ramaswamy spent on, what's the question? Previous elections?
No, pro-life. I mean, the point being, you're upset. Now, let me ask this question while you look into that. And this is where I think the issue, if you put it before the people of your state, and that's the result, as pro-life as I am, that's what the people in that state wanted. Effectively, what the Supreme Court did was turn this over to the states. So that the political jargon, the political reality is people are in different places in different states on this life issue. Now it becomes a conversation of, and I think Chris Christie might have alluded to this, it becomes a matter of how do the people of Ohio deal with that issue going forward? What are the rules and regulations they're going to put in place going forward? Late stage abortion is too far, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Talking about, and you alluded to this the other day, bro. It's like when you get pregnant, you're pregnant with what? That's a baby in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's now, if the people of Ohio, those that showed up to vote, I'd be curious how many votes were in Ohio. Like, what was the turnout there?
Well, my question was more, what has he done, right, to make the claim that Ohio Republicans have a losing culture and you are, in fact, an Ohio Republican?
Well, I just want to know, where's the Vivek Ramaswamy ad by promoting the pro-life side of the argument? Where's the Vivek Ramaswamy millionaire, billionaire entrepreneur guy money?
That's the top, that those are almost become pet projects in real life for some of these folks, like, right? I don't think we on the right can be sin free as it relates to what do you call that when you do that, virtue signaling? I think there's a lot. Everybody can be guilty of virtue signaling. It's it's a very fine line, of course. But
so you're saying what he's doing is the right version of virtue signaling. Now, one other thing I want to back up to something, because this has been a consistent theme. Do you chalk up what happened in Virginia? Do you chalk up that vote in Ohio to Republicans?
Yeah.
How do you? Where's the jump? How do you make that jump?
Well, it's not a jump. It's the fact of the matter is, and I can use hit to make it more hit home for some of the listeners here in New York. It's what I said about the Lee Zeldin gubernatorial race here in New York, right? I think we didn't do we over when our response to the abortion issue is, well, abortion won't change in New York because New York's a blue state and it's not even a thing and we don't have to talk about it, was I think was the wrong answer to the question, because the voters, the independent voters, the voters on the other side, this is one of the most divisive issues we have. So
Right.
so if you don't come to the table and meet people where they are, and okay, you say you're in favor of full-term abortion. Tell me why. Tell me why. Give me one reason it makes sense. One logical reason that it would make sense to abort a baby at 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 5. Just give me one rational reason other than medical necessity. Like there's some danger to the mother and it's a family decision, and obviously that's up to the person, their religious council, if any, and their family. We shouldn't,
Right.
as the public, be involved in that dynamic. So I will allow an understanding to some degree for medical issues. What I'm simply saying is that you can raise some medical issue that I would have to, as a rational person, go, well, that makes sense,
It's
sure.
a terrible decision to have to make, but medically I understand. And I have friends who are OBGYNs who deliver babies and have had to experience that. They've lost babies. So there are medical things, and I'll tell you something. If you look at North Carolina's law, right? We've got I think it's 12-week ban on abortion here. Rape, incest, the life of the mother, life of the, those are the exceptions here. And I think that's where most people in the country are.
Right.
If you look at a state like Ohio, you look at what I think you saw there is what you just said, is people don't really want to get into the argument. I think that's less of a Republican thing and more of a, well, now that you know where the people are, how do we as Republicans meet that position in a state like Ohio? How do you meet people where they are in that position?
Well, I think a lot of, and again, the point being here of why I don't think this was a good answer for Ramaswamy on this was because you're casting the idea of giving Democrats clips of y'all saying Republicans are losers is stupid. Like, that's just dumb. I'm going to create clips for y'all to go, Republicans are losers. Republicans are losers. Republicans are losers. The Republican culture of losing. The culture of Republican losing. Like if you take that's marketing gold.
Right.
It's great.
Well, and that is one reason why I know, and people are gonna say this is weird, but you can tell when people never really played on a team, bro. You could tell the folks that had never played team sports before, and if they did, it was very superficial. They weren't serious.
Come on, let's keep rolling through this. We spent a chunk of time on this. Hold on.
That now effectively codifies a right to abortion all the way up to the time of birth without parental consent.
We need to fact check that.
Why? It's back to that Republican culture of losing.
This is an issue that should be decided in each state.
Right. I agree with that.
You're agreed with Chris Christie. Right answer.
And I trust the people of this country, state by state, to make the call for themselves.
That's a very, I don't know if I share that sentiment. I don't know if he's seen some of the things running around in our Senate and our Congress. I don't know if he's seen some of the people in leadership. Nah. And the only reason I'm saying that is because listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. They codified, but I trust the people. Well, it's very weird. These are very, very, very weird answers.
You got to do a better job on these referenda. I think of all the stuff that's happened to the pro-life, you got to do.
People of this country, state by state to make the call for themselves.
I mean, but I get the
You
broad
got to
point,
do a
sure.
better job on these referenda. I think of all the stuff that's happened to the pro-life cause, they have been caught flat-footed on these referenda, and they have been losing the referenda.
And what I'll tell you is,
Fair.
as much as I'm pro-life, I don't judge anyone for being pro-choice, and I don't want them to judge me for being pro-life. So when we're looking at this, there are some states that are going more on the pro-life side. I welcome that. There are some states that are going more on the pro-choice side. I wish that wasn't the case, but the people decided.
Do you know the U.S. solar companies?
All right.
nasty
How
little
do you?
secret?
How do you?
It turns
How is that a bad position to take? I mean, honestly, how is that a bad position to take? Like,
you
listen,
just
if I'm the
essentially said,
president-
Joel, okay, if your state wants to kill babies, it's okay.
No,
if your
no, no,
states
no.
don't
Let's-
want to kill
let's just-
babies, it's okay. I understand that you're pro-choice. You want to have the choice to kill baby. If that's what you guys decide, great. But
Okay.
but here comes that, I guess the underlying problem is that she's not making. Look, I didn't even have to say it. There you go.
I shot it out there. I shot it out there for that
Didn't even
reason.
have to say it. They're not making. You basically said, "I'll straddle the fence."
Okay, that's why I asked.
I'm willing to play ball, but which is essentially what we're saying. But we're also not running for president, so I'm gonna need you to pick a side on this, right? And if she's pro-life, cool, right? But now here's the issue, and I find myself really perplexed by the implications for the country going forward with this. Is that never in human history have we had a time where we thought about getting by wholesale killing babies. Like, we've never had a time in history where, like, I would think human nature is that we need more people. Like, we need to keep the species going. I don't understand. We somehow the train has gone completely off the rails with this.
Yeah,
and it's relatively recently, which is even more like shocking. So for them to get up there, you should be 100% against abortion, unless it's for medical reasons. Abortion is not reproductive care. Reproductive care is dealing with the reproductive system. Reproductive care has to deal with that, not that once you're dealing with another.
Well, stop before YouTube says you're giving medical advice. My brother's not yo, Raheem went up there and he was telling me Raheem is me. Yo, but listen.
Just my opinion. It's like I would, if I understand the assignment of the definition of the terms, right? I get you're assigning. That's my point, is that we're calling things what they're not. It's like, you know, what humans do, I guess, you know, like, is that
look.
Listen, is that a ground up cow carcass, or is it a hamburger, or is it both? Like, which one is it?
It is one transitioning to the other.
Is it a chicken chest or a chicken breast? Right? The age of question. Do chickens have nipples?
So wait. Are you saying a hamburger is a trans cow? Could you call it that?
Can a hamburger be called? Yeah, it is definitely transitioned. It has definitely but that doesn't change. Like,
formerly known as cow.
So wait a minute. So hold on. So I wonder if there has now been a suggestion that animals are transgender.
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole.
I wonder if some weird leftist just came up with that narrative at this point. That's a rabbit hole. We'll go down that rabbit hole another day. But
oh my gosh, last thing on this debate. So I think the real lightning during the debate came from Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley. Now, personal opinion here, I don't think they personally like each other at all.
She doesn't like him. She doesn't like him. He doesn't like her. Right?
Okay.
And I think that the energy is palpable.
Yeah, watch this.
And mind you, I haven't saw this.
We've talked about this. You campaign on TikTok. How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley.
Now, they asked him about
How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well,
Okay, how do you get TikTok banned if you use it? Okay, got the question.
Didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
What? Whoa. So you might want to take care of your family first.
This is why I am not cut out for this, bro. I'm not
bro.
Yo, if I'm like, yo, all right, listen, ladies and gentlemen,
bro,
just be it known, we should be talking to each other respectfully. We're debating, and you bring it. All right, go ahead. I haven't seen this. Like, I already, like, now but she looks really pissed off right there. She looks really.
She does look highly agitated.
While her own daughter was actually using the.
Yeah, but you don't bring nobody.
Your screen is super glitchy, bro. Hold on. What is that video called?
Here, I'll share it to you. Yeah,
put it in the private chat. Yeah, put it in probably run that. That thing is super.
Here, it's in the chat just now.
Okay, got you. All right, here we go. Closed. Here we go. Play. Oh, it's just their quality. No, I got you. Oh, here we go. We got action. Hit the share screen. Is it up?
Yes, up.
TikTok ban if you use it.
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Adult daughter. The next.
Yeah, why would you bring somebody's daughter?
Hands over U.S. user data to the CCP.
I would never want that guy in the White House.
We have to ban any U.S. You have her supporters are using it. And while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually.
The boo is well deserved. You're okay.
Actually the point. Yeah, her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban.
Wait. See, that was the slickish ever. Did y'all catch the move the goalpost? It's called moving the goalpost.
Signaling. The fact of the matter is Democrats are on TikTok today. The only person go the way the winds blow, and now it's popular to actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese. Here's a story most people don't know. Airbnb hands over U.S. user data to the CCP. Now, that's a U.S.-owned company. So this is the problem when you have Republicans that temporarily go the way the winds blow, and now it's popular to talk tough on China. When she was UN ambassador, called them literally, her words, not mine, our great friend. You can't be fair weather fans of the right policy. Get to the root cause. Even U.S. companies in Silicon Valley are regularly doing it. Cut the virtue signaling. The fact of the matter is Democrats are on TikTok today. The only person, one of the few people who is putting up content the way the actual algorithms work, speaking for pro-Israel views or others, is
Ambassador
me.
Haley,
more Republicans will join it. But stop U.S. companies from turning over data to Chinese companies. That's the real answer, not the virtue
Kristen don't get to respond to personal attacks, but you do.
Thank you very much. You know, when he talks about me praising China, he doesn't know the fact that the reason China was praised was because I negotiated with China and Russia the largest set of sanctions against North Korea in a generation. That is literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So that is literally the largest set of sanctions against North Korea in a generation.
Look at his face. He looks super salty. So you got to watch her the first time she says it, then you got to watch him. Watch her.
In China, he doesn't know the fact that the reason China was praised was because I negotiated with China and Russia the largest set of sanctions against China.
Now you got to
with
watch
very
him.
much.
Just watch
When
him.
he talks about me praising China, he doesn't know the fact that the reason.
You know what that
What's
look
up?
is when he looks over? He's looking at his team going, how in the hell didn't you tell me this? Somebody just lost their job.
Whoa.
If you
And
look,
China
that
was
is the
praised
look
was
of
because
somebody who's
I
firing
negotiated with
somebody.
China and Russia the largest set of
Whoa.
Somebody just lost a job, bro.
fact that the reason China was praised was because I negotiated with China and Russia the
Somebody just lost their job right there.
largest
I can't, son. I can't.
set of sanctions against North Korea, and
Oh, did you see the intense breathe in right there?
it was because I negotiated with China and Russia the largest set of
Right here. Watch this.
sanctions against North Korea in a
Oh, he's
Yep, I saw it. Oh, he's hot.
seething.
And he knows there's no reply coming.
That is literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So I said
Look, he
China,
nodded. You saw
that
the
is
nod?
literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So I said China did good on their part.
That's definitely a hairpiece, bro.
You think you got on a hairpiece?
Yeah.
You think the guy can't just get the little what do you call
was a
that?
negotiation you could never
is
do.
what you said.
So I said China did good on their part. That was a negotiation you could never
is
do.
what you said, Nikki. Those are your words, not mine. And so just
Wait,
own up to it.
you would never
you can
have
change
been
your
able to
mind.
get
That's
that
allowed.
negotiation
But don't
done.
lie to the people about
I
what
have
you've said or what you've done in
against China,
South Carolina.
Why are they letting just the talk over? Yo, and he did that all night, bro. You would want to throw something.
Career at the United Nations. Every day I fought China, and I did it by making sure no one could get any agency heads in UN. I did it by making sure that we called them out on human rights. I did it by making sure that we held them accountable on everything that they did. That's the reason we got out of the Human Rights Council. That's the reason we called them out. And there's not been a day I haven't stopped meeting.
It is your turn,
policy
Mr.
experience with the millions
Ramaswamy.
you made afterwards.
Everybody else is hanging on to the rules here.
In a generation.
Right. Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, he did that all night long.
Yeah,
he did that
terrible.
all night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think the winner of the debate was President Trump once again. There you have it. If anybody had a decent performance, in my opinion, I think it's between DeSantis and Haley. There's some talk that Ramaswamy just made everybody else look better. That's kind of the takeaway that I got from watching the debate. But get in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Who won that third debate, if there was a winner? And who do you think is vying for vice presidency right now? But you've been checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. We've been taking a look at the 2023 third debate, RNC debate. A lot of attacks on Ronna McDaniel. A lot. When I say a lot, Vivek came out swinging and mentioned her by name, bro. So
Did he? Why didn't you play that? Why you didn't play that? I would have loved to see his face doing that.
Oh, you want me to get it real quick? I got it.
You say, okay. You think Tim Scott won? Listen, this is a very subjective thing. So nobody's right, nobody's wrong. And it's whoever you think won. That's who you think won.
All right, we got a Tim Scotter in the building. Shouts out to the G-Town. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you live and direct tomorrow morning for the weekly wrap-up here on Top of the Morning on the Urban Conservative. As always, give us a like, share, follow, subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up notification if you're watching on YouTube so you know when we drop fresh content. We will see you all in the morning. Peace and love. Y'all have a positive and productive Thursday.